So we did all that stuff, and people said, why are you talking about Vetselnitskaya? Why are you talking about Akhmetshin? Okay, so now we find out the famous Donald Trump meeting. Why did we go to Trump Tower, Jason and I? Well, here's why.
In the days preceding this testimony, there have been leaks from people associated with Fusion GPS of details that are likely to come out in that testimony. And these leaks say the following. First, that Glenn Simpson, the founder of Fusion GPS, was in Manhattan, New York City, on June 9th, 2016, and he met with Natalia Vesnitskaya both before and after her meeting in Trump Tower with Donald Trump Jr. in person.
Before and after?
Yes. The founder of Fusion GPS met with Natalia Vesnitskaya in New York City both before and after her meeting with Donald Trump Jr. Important news, don't you think? And I'm willing to bet that also present at that same meeting was Renata Akhmetshin. I'm not a betting man, so I'm not going to bet, but if I were a betting man, I would bet that he was also present at that meeting because he has a long-term association with Fusion GPS and an even longer association with Glenn Simpson. When Glenn Simpson worked for the Wall Street Journal, as he did for many years, as a reporter, Renata Akhmetshin was one of his sources. They're friends, they're longtime business associates, and Renata Akhmetshin has worked with Natalia Vesnitskaya as part of this anti-Magnitsky Act lobbying effort. So I'm willing to bet that Renata Akhmetshin, who was also present in that meeting inside Trump Tower, that he was also at this meeting with Glenn Simpson and Vesnitskaya.
Now, here's what I like about the power of putting people in court. Everybody says you're never going to convince all the Hillary types. I don't need to. I just need to convince 6 people, reasonable people on a jury that are impartial. You on the day of June 9th, 2016. Oh, really? You met with Vesselnitskaya. What did you speak about? Oh, okay. Well, then what did she do after that? Okay, well, did you see her again that day? Yes, I did. Well, what did you speak about there? So, I mean, any reasonable person would immediately see that this person is being used as a spy, that the system or the infiltration method here is to meet with them right before, brief her right before she's going to meet with them when they get the meeting, then debrief right after. It's so obvious, and this is going to be a pattern repeated over and over again. This is what the CIA did in Europe forever, still does all over the world. Use news organizations as a cover for infiltrating people and trying to compromise people. It's just the same old story over.